Hey, brave souls. Welcome to the Brave Evolution podcast. I'm your host, Chantel Hampton, and this is your boost of empowerment.
The Brave Evolution is all about you being brave enough to dig deep and face the fears, face the ugly, and face the horrible cards you were dealt, and allowing those beautiful jewels deep inside of you to take root and to grow.
So, a couple of weeks ago, actually on my birthday, October 21st, I posted a video of me singing a duet kind of mashup of Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture with the a cappella group Vade. Okay, so did that. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out. But okay, I also made a caption stating, that I don't like posting videos much, or I don't do it because I've had some punk tendencies around my singing and everything. And I know why, but I had to really think about it because I feel as though a lot of singers that are like me in a sense, not just singers, musicians, anybody that's creative, we're very, very protective of our creativity. We're protective of our sound. We're protective because we don't want to be attacked, or in some time or period of our life, we were made to feel like we weren't good enough, or that we didn't measure up to what everybody else's standard was for that particular art form. So I want to encourage us today, and this is something I've had to dissect and think about. I want to encourage you to not hide your light or your frequency, because anytime you're creating, or anytime that you are you're coming from your soul and your spirit and you're releasing something into this earth, you're a creator. And so you are releasing a frequency that God has given you to release, that is meant to bless and touch somebody, whether or not you think you're the greatest. Now, I'm going to preference that with saying I do believe in working and practicing and studying, like the scripture says, studying to show yourself approved, and that was regarding the scripture. But when in the book of Exodus, when God called Moses to build the tabernacle, he said to grab and get the skilled people, the people that knew how to do, the skilled craftsmen, the people that understood how to put it together. So I have to preference it with saying that it's not good enough for you to just pick up the guitar one day and you've never played and you just start playing and putting it out and thinking that it sounds good. It doesn't. And it's not, you haven't worked at this. So work at it, cultivate that gift, cultivate that. And that's the teacher in me. I'm like, no, we're not going to just get out here and be out of tune and think that's okay. No. But on the other side, if you have worked at it and you have practice, but you may not be the person that does all the fast runs as a singer. You may not be able to do all the chromatic licks and things that are like really cool, and we hear different artists doing and it sounds amazing. You may not be able to do that. That might not be your thing. That's okay. Do what you do, because sometimes, quite honestly, somebody can't hear the message with all the runs. Somebody can't identify with that. Somebody that doesn't know it and that just needs help, or just needs to hear something to be encouraged, or just needs to feel loved that day or whatever. They don't need to hear a lot of runs. A lot of musicians, we love it because it's exciting and it's something that we can study. But people that aren't in that mindset or that mind frame, they just need to hear the story. That's why some of the greatest songs and greatest music was about and centered around the story. One of my all-time favorite singers is Gladys Knight. All-time favorite. She is an ultimate storyteller. The way she emphasizes words and how she uses her voice to swell and literally bring you on a journey. That's powerful. That is powerful. Can she run and riff? Yeah. Her background and in the way that she did it had this churchy kind of feel. But it wasn't about the runs and the riffs because it was about communicating and telling a story. So I'm saying that piece, that's singing. Somebody might be an artist, a graphic artist or a visual artist, and you may not have all the technique down or may not do something a certain way that somebody else does it, and that's getting rave reviews over, but you have your thing that you do. Hone in on what it is that you do, because I guarantee you there's a tribe out there that needs what it is that you do. So I'm telling us and I'm encouraging us to be brave enough to do what it is that we do and do it well, because we have a people, we have a tribe, we have a call to reach those people and to touch those people through our art form. My punk tendencies were around me feeling like, no, I don't sing like everybody else. I can riff and I can run, but I don't like it all the time. And that's just the truth. I don't like it all the time because it becomes noise. And I need stuff that does not become noise to me. I like stuff that soothes my soul and spirit, because I'm already dealing with something that is noisy, with a health condition that is noisy. So when I hear a lot of screaming, or when I hear a lot of yelling, and even in gospel music, when I hear a lot of stuff that is like, it disrupts my peace and my frequency, and I don't need to yell. I need the quiet. I need the stillness. I need the phrases that feel like a river. I need that, because that in itself soothes. When we think about like even in scripture, like the shofar, or in let's see what else, like when we think about like man, my mind, and this happens quite a bit, my mind drew a blank, but musical therapy, there it is. A lot of times it's based around, or even like sound bowls, it's based around tone and frequency, and it's not a lot of movement in that tone or frequency. It is a ring. We let the frequency ring. We let that shofar ring on a certain frequency, and it beckons and it calls a certain thing. It opens the atmosphere for a certain thing. So it's so important that us as creators know and study what we're on and what frequency we're on and we're living in. Is it coming from a place of love? Is it coming from a place of joy? Is it coming from a place of freedom? Is it coming from a place of hope? We want people to have hope. Is it coming from a place of sadness? Is it coming from a place of fear? Know and understand what level and frequency you're creating on, because that will help us. That will help us in the long run understand why we're doing what we're doing. Are we doing it to get the oohs and the ahs and the oh my goodness? Or are we doing it because we truly want to reach something and tell the message and tell the story? It's so important to think about. So I want to encourage us. I'm speaking to my musicians, I'm speaking to my artists, I'm speaking to those people. And it can literally be in any background or field. You may be a writer, you may be a business person, and your business is not the same as somebody else's. But if you're doing it from a place of purity and purpose, your business will reach a tribe that needs you. It'll make room for you. I promise you that. So be brave enough to do and embrace who you are. Be brave enough to love and embrace what you do. And be brave enough to let that light shine. Okay? If you like this and this was encouraging for you, please share this, subscribe, comment, let us know, let me know what you're thinking and how you feel, because it helps me create more content that encourages and empowers you. That's what I'm here for. My mission is to encourage you at the highest level at all times, as I'm encouraging myself. Daily have to encourage myself so that I can get up and be brave every single day. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend. God bless you.